Woke up locked and loaded, caffeine in my veins. Had a gems running wild like a storm in my brain. Both the singing thunder, plasma burns the air. On the mid-table grind, brother, pull up a chair. We ain't totally champions, but we bring the class. Where the dice still roll and the armies slash. From the eye of the wall to the deep I sprawl. Live on the stream and we're taking it all. Mid-table tactics, rolling bones with fate on fire. Mid-table tactics, living fast in the emperor's ire. We're not gods, we're not scrubs, just tactical freaks. Average is achievable, grind every week. Dice are falling like artillery shells. Comment section screaming that deep strike was hell. Rules lawyers look, but we laugh them away. Cause we play for the thrill, not the dirty payday. With palm trees and plastic board pride. We paint like lemon, let our legions ride. I'm a custodes gold and my ox agree. We're the best damn chaos you've ever seen. Mid-table tactics, where the dice gods watch and see. Mid-table tactics, punching chaos straight in the beard. We're the underdog prophets with a war game soul. Average is achievable, that's how we roll. Blood for the chat, skulls for the stream. Victory is painted in a technicolor dream. Saviors or sinners, it's all just a game. But when the battle begins, you remember our name. Smash that like drop that law. Now saboteurs mop the floor.
Welcome to Battlefront Banter, where we talk all things 40K. Join us as we explore army detachments, chat with tournament winners, and celebrate the hobby that binds us all together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a stream. Remember to spread the word. Let's see if we can hit our new goal of 4,200 subs by the end of September, currently sitting at 4,103 subs and growing. Okay, guys. This is a preview show. This is a Battlefront Banter show. It's our little talking head show that we do from time to time. We're going to preview the Summer GT that's coming up this weekend. Lists have been unlocked. Unfortunately, like today, they also dropped points updates for what do you call it, Death Guard and Chaos Knights and Imperial Knights, but we will not be using those. So unfortunately for everybody, they decided to do it right in the middle, like on a Wednesday. It's kind of random. I guess they considered it an emergency. That's for sure. Design. Here we go. So this is like held together with duct tape and sheer determination. So let's see if we can get this thing off the ground here. Before we begin, we just want to remind you that while we take Warhammer 40K seriously, we don't take ourselves seriously. So if you hear any foul language or questionable jokes, don't worry, it's all good-natured fun, but viewer discretion is advised. Okay, as I said, we're going over the Heroes of the Mid-Table. Oh, let's get that logo out of the way. Heroes of the Mid-Table Summer GT. It's this weekend, August 23rd and 24th. We run 4 tournaments a year. They sell out really, really quick. This is the next 4 coming up. If anybody's interested in coming up to beautiful British Columbia, it's held in Aldergrove, BC. You can see here if you need to put the dates in your calendar so you can ask permissions. Yes, yeah, like I said, it does sell out pretty good. Good news, if you're on the wait list, you do get an early access code. If you didn't get to go play in the last GT for the next one, so for example, if you're in this GT and you're on the wait list and you do not get in, then you get an early access code to buy tickets for the November 29th and 30th GT. Okay, let's bring in some hosts so I'm not by myself. I'm going to be bringing in, I'm not doing this by myself. I have Danny and Mike. So let's do this. All the clicks. Here we go. There we go. The full crew in the house here. Danny, Mike's out of town, road warring it, and still managing to come and help out. Yep. Danny, you've probably seen him around. He was on. You've been on a couple other podcasts, and you've been on stream lots. So, guys, tournament coming up. You guys are both playing. I'm the ringer. I gladly gave up my spot so Dan Card could play. Dan Card's battling cancer. He's a local player, so I want to make sure he's feeling good enough to try to play. So hopefully, Stu Hard Dan Card can put a win under his belt on this one. I seen his list. I did not put it up, but it is a list after my own heart. Let's put it that way. He has a Knight Tyrant, so
Oh, nice, nice.
I'm
And,
pulling. Yeah,
and
go
just
ahead.
and just giant boys after that. Just all the big boys.
It's pretty much every big boy in a Knight Tyrant. It's hilarious.
Nice.
I love the list. So speaking of the tournament, we're gonna go over just a brief summary of what we're gonna do here. We're gonna go over the missions of the tournament, and then both Mike and Danny have listed some list contenders, and some underdogs that they think what might surprise people, or just interesting list, and want to give those people a shout out. And then we're also going to go over Mike and Danny's list because they're both playing in the tournament and they're both quite capable players. Mike's won a major. Danny, have you got your win yet?
Technically not yet.
Technically not yet, but he's Mr. X and 1. Let's put it that way. Okay, so let's start off with the first mission. So mission L, take and hold, search and destroy layout 3. The two layouts that we will be playing, day 1 will be layout 3, day 2 is layout 7, which we'll talk about when we get there, because there are some people that have opinions on that. What do you guys think? Just basic Warhammer?
Do you want to start, Mike?
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, basic Warhammer. I like this board for infantry. It's got some interesting lanes in it that you can get into and threaten some pockets. But yeah, basic Warhammer, take and hold. Yeah, should be good for everybody.
Not hard on the brain if you drank too much Friday night. If you first thing in the morning, pretty simple mission. I like the map search and destroy myself personally. It's one of my favorite maps. And there's lots of stagings here, areas here for infantry, I would agree. Danny, you're the Knight player. What do Knights think about this? Big boys, all the big boys.
So there's some great staging points. However, if you want to touch an objective here, you're either going to have to be up against a wall or in the open. With the way the terrain setup works out, I believe, for that center objective, you cannot touch it and be hiding behind that wall.
Yes, that is correct.
All the No Man's Land objectives, you have a tiny sliver to hide behind a wall there. It's not going to be fun if you're playing against Knights, and it's definitely one where if you're not paying attention, you can definitely be in some firing lanes you don't expect. But otherwise, it is just take and hold, which is probably...
Is that little red eye marker just where Canis sits the entire time until he's ready to come out?
Maybe. Or maybe two Atrepos. Or maybe,
and then on the other side is a whole bunch of Custo Wardens.
Basically. Yep.
Yeah. It can turn into a little bit of a standoff situation for sure. Yeah, but I think you're right, Danny, that it is hard to hold those no man ones because you are basically engagement range if you're holding it behind a wall, and if not, you're in the open getting shot. So hopefully you have some lone op.
Exactly.
Mission 2. Now we're getting spicy.
Yeah.
Sweeping engagement.
This one will definitely benefit anybody running like tons of armigers or war dogs, just because they move so bloody fast. They can literally just step out on all 3 objectives, terraform them turn 1. And so I think infantry struggle on this one a little bit more because it's a little bit harder to stage just the way the ruins are facing. But this also would be good for, I think, very good for Knights as well. So
yeah, fast gun, good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking forward to this mission.
So this is the mission that I was supposed to play Sam with on the stream, and then her car broke down. And and so what happened was I did the layout, like I laid out my army because she wasn't there. I just thought, what a thing. And I did not have Bellicor on my list. And I was like, oh no, I'm dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is hard to hide on this board. Like it's almost deceptive. The little tiny, so if you're deploying along the top there, that tiny little rune gives you almost no play. You can deploy to the left of that, but you got to make sure your opponent does have anything waiting on the opposite side down there. Your home objective there, you have the tiny sliver to sit and hold it without being visible. And even then, if you're playing against a faster army like Eldar or Knights, it's hard. This one's, I think, gonna be throwing a lot of people either further up at the score or further down.
It's gonna be interesting to hear what people have to say after lunch after this one, because you're gonna go right into the lunch break. There is no food at the kitchen this time, I believe. So moving on to round 3. So we're finishing up. We got a search and destroy sandwich.
Mm.
So search and destroy, but this time spicy hidden supplies.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
This is the one
that
where they
one's gonna
go
be
away.
very spicy. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is
they
the
go
extra
away?
objective.
Oh, this
No,
is the
no, this is
extra.
the
Oh,
extra.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's the other one. Yeah, the extra objective, and they're all basically because we have a natural split, so the middle objective is going to split. It's going to go towards the 2 empty corners, and I
Mhm.
don't believe that helps you at all as far as like being able to hold the objective and be hidden. It's
It
the same problem.
kind of
Mm.
does, actually, if you don't mind
No,
me
it does
speaking.
because you can be behind those walls in the middle and still be on
Is
the
it
objective.
is it enough that you're not in the engagement range when you do the split?
It would be,
I think
yes.
so. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's only the 5x10 ruin too, and the blue area. Because you got to remember
Mhm.
on our sets, it's not a very big ruin that sits there, right?
True.
Yeah.
It's a real small ruin. It's only like 3 inches by 3 inches, right? On the
Mm,
walls, right? So it's a little bit more exposed than I think people are thinking. Although the Dan Miner sets are a little bit bigger. Because it'll be the U ruin. We have 2 sets there. We have the Tomahawk Table Talk sets and the Dan Miner of minercreations.com sets. So
Yeah. So I think on minor set, you're gonna have a better time or an easier time hiding. Um, definitely than the new sets, but I think it's still doable. So you can still get on those middle and stage and still be holding objectives. But this one, again, for infantry is good because we're going diagonal, so there's plenty of staging. But it's got some interesting lanes and knights just because they can touch anywhere and see it's very scary also. So
yeah, towering throws the math off.
yeah.
the thing that's interesting here as well is that this is one of those ones where your home and your opponent's home objective only matter for the score if you control more than.
Mhm.
So there's going to be a lot of emphasis on those no man's land objectives.
Yeah.
Yep. You do still want to, if you not abandon your home, if you want to sticky and leave or something, but because it counts for the holds more than your opponent, it does matter.
Yeah.
And that was a change from last edition, was it? I can't remember. The last tournament pack, I can't remember.
I think well, this mission specifically was just a bonus roll to have a 4th objective. This is one of the newer ones compared to before because this was they have the twists. What do they call them before? When you could have like battle line do stuff, or one of
Oh,
them
I forget.
was you get a 4th objective marker.
Right.
So this is kind of a unique mission compared to before.
Oh yeah, now we're walking into layout 7. This is the one where people are saying this favors knights a ton. So opinion?
I think it can. It just depends if your army can hide within those L shapes properly. Now I've played this against knights, and yes, if knights are pushing really hard, they can get to you. But I think also, like for an infantry army, you do have a lot of places to hide. If you're playing a tanks army, you're just going to be exposed because whenever you pop out to take shots, again, if I'm going to say Patrick likes to shoot 3 things at a target and it still lives, then they just get picked up back, right? So, I mean, Danny, what's your thoughts on this? I think this does work for knights very well.
So I actually played a practice game recently in this against Brandon St. Pierre, who is an absolute sweetheart. But I was doing a Knights versus Death Guard game, and this is a very interesting board. Those little C-shaped ruins, you can definitely hide something behind there comfortably, and your opponent has to reach out to dig that unit out, either with melee or if they're knights, they need to get around the building to do that. So depending on what you stage there could be really good. The main things are, as you said, is that if you poke something out, they are going to be exposed. There's a lot of firing angles in this, even without considering towering. With towering, it's even worse because having that 5x10 and the little 4x6, because those are counting as one piece of ruins. If a knight walks up and touches that, they are going to see most of all of your common zone. Yeah, they will see everything.
Yeah.
which can be pretty brutal.
So
And
if
this
you're
one's
playing,
supply drop. This is the
Yeah.
one where they disappear.
yes.
yes. So also, like, if you're playing like an army with a lot of let's say meat shields, it can work to your favor if you can stop the knight from getting to those ruins where you could place just disposable units in front of it. Yeah, they're going to die, but if you can stop a knight from touching that ruin with the blue in it, then that would be a big help for your counterpunch. But
Yes.
that's one of the struggles with this map for infantry armies is, well, especially like elites, you don't have. I mean, Death Guard have poxwalkers, but like custodes don't really have anything you could put in front of them. Maybe some sisters, but you're kind of using your sisters for other things too. So
I will say the improvement to this layout is they did take where the U-shaped ruin is, and they pushed that template 3 inches off the board edge.
Yes, which helped immensely.
Yeah, because before this was Bad Feels board. I played this in Tacoma against Death Guard, and that was Bad Feels. Lots of Bad Feels. Wonderful opponent, but holy crap, that hurt.
Yeah, the fire lanes would have been even worse than before.
Yeah.
Oh, you just couldn't get anywhere because you just were jammed. It was like basically a traffic jam.
Yeah.
And if he screened out his back, there was nowhere for me to go as demons. So,
Mhm.
okay, going into the final. This will be the final. It's going to be tipping point. So we're playing. Was it hamburger 2 days in a row? Two games in a row. Sorry. And we're playing on Scorched Earth. So 2 Scorched Earths in this pack. I don't mind tipping point. It's the same thing but different, right? Does the deployment change much for you guys?
It
I like
does.
this deployment better.
It affects where you can start before
Yeah.
like having
Yeah,
to
you
move
get-
up on stage.
You got that.
Yeah.
You basically start staging, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say I have played layout 7 on a corner deployment for a team's event. Do not recommend. Absolutely horrible idea. So yeah, I'm okay with it.
So this gives you some advantages for staging in front of like your home objective and being able to push out from there, but it also makes it harder to get your natural expansion. So if you're a little bit slower, you can struggle to get to that expansion.
Yes, to your natural expansion in the U-shaped ruin or
Yeah.
C-shaped ruin. Yeah.
There's also
Okay.
a massive firing lane straight across that, like expansion to expansion.
Yeah.
It's rough.
And Knights open that up even further when they touch that piece of terrain.
Yeah, and that's also a nice staging point for Knights. So
Yeah.
it's the home setup.
We call it. So okay. So overall thoughts of the mission pack, guys?
Danny, go.
Unfortunately, I do feel like this favors Knights a lot. Thankfully, there's not a whole ton of Knight players at this event. There's 5 out of 42 players.
Oh, now that you said that, I have to go look. The wizard did the graphic for me, and I totally forgot about it. Keep talking.
There's either 5 or 4 in total. Or I remember thinking of other Knight players. I was getting a little bloodthirsty looking for targets. But with there only being that many, there's a lot of Death Guard and World Eaters players that I saw, several Blood Angels players. So there's gonna be a lot of aggressive melee armies.
Let's see if I was fast enough to get this graphic from them.
But then you also have certain key players who are running a counter meta list. So if people have been teching to deal with hulls,
there we go.
Oh, there we go. 6 Death Guard, 4 Imperial Knights, 3 Tyranids, 3,000 Suns, 3 Space Wolves, 3 Chaos Demons, 3 Blood Angels, 2 World Eaters, 2 Space Marines, 2 Chaos Space Marines, 2 Astra Militarum, and then 1 each of Orcs, Necrons, Imperial Agents.
And you got to give the guy props for the Imperial Agents army.
With the Porphyrion. 1 Grey Knights, 1 Gene Sealer Cult, 1 Death Watch, 1 Chaos Knight, 1 Black Templars, 1 Eldar, 1 Custodes. So a total of 5 Knight players.
5 Knight. Only 1 Chaos Knight player. Wow.
Actually surprises me because I think into a meta that is prepping to deal with Knights. Chaos Knights are better at countering that meta of countering the Knight meta. Because those despoilers have way too many shots.
So there's 11. There's between Death Guard and both Flavor of Knights. You've got 11 out of 42
Yeah,
So it's
25%.
1/4 of the 1/4 of the
You are.
field is just got their points increased today.
Yeah, yeah.
Nothing wrong at all with that.
Fine.
I like the suggestion that we should just give every other army an extra 150 points.
So what did I do with my little piece of paper here? Okay, so we're gonna go into we're gonna talk about some contenders. The guys have picked out some. Danny's gonna start. Oh, where did it? Okay, Danny's gonna start, and he's gonna start going over who his contender is, and it was Stu Angel of Team Polaris.
So I've had to suffer under a list very similar to this several times now. It's a lot of bodies.
The archetype to this is just like so much trash
You
that can
are,
actually hurt. That can
yes,
actually hurt.
because you're looking at what 10, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 110, 120, 130, about 140 bodies in this list here.
Yeah, let's go over it real quick.
So you got
Go
3
ahead.
Benefactus, one with Assassination Edict for +1 hit versus characters.
Oh,
A
good into
Nexus,
knights. Yeah.
yes. A Primus with Chink of their Armor for lethal hits, which is very good. Reductus Saboteur, which is a Warlord, so they can hide that way in the back. 1 unit of Acolyte Hybrids with their heavy mining tools. 3 units of Acolyte Hybrids with Hand Flamers. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4 bricks of 20 Neophyte Hybrids that you do not want to shoot unless you can kill the entire unit in one go, because they will just vanish after you shoot them once. 1 unit of 10, I'm assuming, to sit on the home objective and farm CP. 3 units of single Achilles Ridge Runners with their mortars to strip. I believe give extra AP as well as strip cover.
What do you call it? And one of them has a spotter.
Yes, just so they can hit on 3s, if I remember correctly. Sorry, on 4s instead of 5s. You have 3 units of minimum size Adeline Jackals, just for some extra mortal wounds. Fast units that can screen, throw chaff just to score objectives. And then to finish it off as infiltrating little annoyances, 2 units of Pure Strain Gene Stealers.
Yeah, and Stu is a great player. He just came back. He was a non-playing coach, or I believe for Team Canada WTC. He's an English transplant. And one hell of a player. I remember when he first showed up, I was like, "Who the hell is this guy?" What are we thinking?
I think he has very strong, depending on what he runs into. There's another list which actually I've brought up, which I think might have a better time into him. But depending on what he runs into, he could either have a great run or run into something that he does not want to deal with.
He obviously is bringing this thinking he can deal with knights with it.
Yes. I know he was also bringing this because there's I believe Teams event he's looking at going to later on, and he's running GSC for that event for his team, and he has to get some reps in. So rather than the World Leaders fix he's been attached to lately, he's been bringing this out. This attachment is pretty brutal. When the bricks drop, they get sustained hits and lethal hit, or sustained hits ignores cover. The Benefactus give lethal hits to the unit they're attached to. The Primus he has gives the unit he's attached to, because of his enhancements, lethal hits and reroll all hit rolls. It's a whole lot of just volume, just throwing dice.
Lethal you to death, uppy downy, outscore you. Have so many bodies that a knight can't get through it all at once, and then when you kill it, 5 units will come back.
So this is actually the one case where I was saying that Chaos Knights would be the perfect counter, because the Despoiler chassis is one of the only knight models I can think of that can one hit one of those bricks of 20 models. Outside of that, your best bet is melee. The up down is entirely tied to being shot at for those bricks. So your only hope really is to try and grind through 20 models that like to regenerate, which is rough.
Yeah, I have him as one of my favorites to win.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Same.
Okay, so Mike, you got your list there that you picked. You picked Jesse.
I picked Jesse. So
MTT's own Jesse.
And yes, MTT's own Jesse. And so obviously Jesse has been able to get into the new book and sort of, I don't know if you would say master it. I don't know if Death Guard can be mastered because there's so many different detachments, but he does play this one very, very well. I always give him a hard time and I think the internet gives him a hard time because his first turn is quite a long one, but that's because he sets you up, right? And he puts you where he wants you to be. And this list is just scary in the things that it can do. He can indirect you to death. He can hit you hard. He has a lot of synergies with the characters and how they can. What was it, Danny? They give rerolls on blast or something like that, or you get max shots on blast and stuff like this.
So Lord of Virulence gives reroll hit rolls of 1 versus a target he can see within 24, or reroll all hit rolls if the weapon has blast.
Yeah, that's the enhancement there, right?
And then he also gives reroll wound rolls of 1 to nearby vehicles.
To vehicles that are within 3. And he gets the lone op ability if he's within 3 of the. So he's hard to get rid of. He's super annoying. Jesse's basically played a version of this on the channel a lot. I'll go over it really quick. We got 2 Lords of Contagion. We got the Lord of Virulence, who is a lone op and his warlord. Also, that's also keeping in mind that there's a lot of Imperial Knights who want to kill your warlord, the pop of 5+ feel no pain. You're going to see a lot of warlords that are hard to get to because of the Imperial Knights and these contender lists. We got 2 units of Death Shroud Terminators. I think that's just standard loadouts on that. I don't think there was anything crazy there.
You can't do anything else with them.
Yeah, and then you got the Foetid bloat drone, and he did add Fetid. There you go. He's got the 2 plague spitters on there instead of whatever the default was.
So that's for dealing with hordes. It's a flamer basically. So.
It's like anti-infantry something or other.
2+. It's 2+.
Yeah. It's fast. Ridiculous. It can advance and shoot or fall back and shoot. It's got 2 anti-infantry 2-up flamers that will likely have AB2. It's just annoying.
And it's tougher than it needs to be and a lot of wounds. So and it blows up.
And it can fall back, shoot, and charge. Oh, lovely. Just give that for free, right?
No worries. That thing and it flies. So it literally can just go in, spray something, hit something, fall back over them, still shoot, and then charge something else. It's ridiculous.
And then who doesn't come to what Death Guard player doesn't show up with 3 of the bloat drones with heavy blight launcher? Right?
Yes.
I mean, these things are just sick. This list, as of today, this won't be in effect for the tournament. Went up, I believe he said 225 points.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see how he retools for this. And then he's got himself a Hellbrute, which he took the Hellbrute fist. Oh, is that
that's what's his name?
Oh yeah, that's Nick.
Yep. Nick's popping on and say hello. I think he made a mistake with his list. Unless that was just one that you filled in here. I mean,
no, he had a Hellbrute. I went on my way to try to put the Hellbrute fist on.
I was saying with the war gear.
With the war gear? Oh, maybe no. I must have made a mistake.
Okay,
blame me, not him.
He's been talking about running.
He's got the hammer. He's got the hammer and the fist.
That's right. It was the hammer. I was having. I could fix that right now, but I'm not going to.
Don't bother.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad you guys caught it.
And then he's got the blight haulers.
2 blight haulers. Yeah,
those work
standard
well.
Loadouts.
Well, those work in the because they get to what are they +1 to hit, +1 to wound.
Yes.
Yeah,
and lethal hits.
And lethal hits. Yeah, they are very deadly in the vehicles. Again, tougher than they should, and they are a lot of wounds.
That does describe Death Guard. Just a little bit tougher and a little bit more hittier than they should be. It's like a custode problem, but they're a little slower.
Well, they somehow turned the army into super resilient, better shooting than most, and better melee than almost all. So it's got the 3 things going for it right now. So
yeah, it's a little bit of a problem. 225 points is going to
Jesse's having a heart attack in the
because he would have had 2 fists and a flamer. That would have been it.
Yeah, no, I was like, you screwed up your list, Jesse. What everything that you see here is I can go in and edit the I can make it so I'm right.
There you go.
No one will complain. It's Jesse. We got 3 Plague Burst crawlers because Jesse is toxic and doesn't like to have friends.
I mean, he was playing Death Guard.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, these things are just disgusting indirect.
And I think that there's 2 entropies and 1 flamer version. So
I think there aren't they all
Plague Spitter.
entropy and then
I think
heavy
1 is a
slug
plague.
heavy
Sp-
slugger?
usually he's playing 1 plague splitter and 2 empathies, but we'd have to look at the list because I think. Oh, here it
Yeah.
is. Yeah, he's got entropy. Oh no, they're all entropies. Okay,
Yeah, I
you
thought
got
Anti-night.
rid of it.
I only made one mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. But I did like the one person. I think it was on Stat Check that was like, you know what, indirect shouldn't be able to hit your deployment zone. You should have one safe spot on the board. You can indirect
interesting.
anywhere else, but you can't hit the thing. And I was like, oh, maybe somebody heard that. I like that idea. And then just because he's got 2 units of poxwalkers,
Yeah.
I believe do they infiltrate?
Yeah, infiltrate.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
lovely. They give him
And
everything.
so
Does
I
remember
think
when infiltrate was special?
Yeah.
yeah. I think this is also for like Jesse if he plays into the Knights players, having this to try and screen on day 2 board, just to keep the Knights out of those ruins is going to be pretty. I think is going to be pretty big, or even sacrificing his flamer. What was it the first one, the flamer drone, to try to keep them away from touching those boards? I think is going to be big for him.
So he's playing Mortarian's Hammer as well, which he's been playing a lot of. We just didn't cover that, I don't think. It's pretty sick. The contagion, spreading the contagion like that is
Pun intended.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
Jesse, I think this could be Jesse's event. He almost won the last event. He lost to Lucas in the final by being overwatched to death by Hydras.
Yeah.
So well, I don't think and Lucas is back to defend his title, but he did not bring a whole bunch of Hydras. So we'll see. I think he can probably deal with Stu's list. What do you think?
So
I mean, he has the blast on a lot of things, so he has a lot of volume.
okay, so that the thing is that as soon as you shoot one of those bricks of 20, one command point, it goes into reserves. But in terms of all the little scoring pieces, like the 5 gene stealers, the bikes, things like that, the indirect's going to be really key for that. I think to deal with the bricks, he probably wants to get the Death Shroud with the Lord of Contagion into those, because they will love to just sweep and try to pick up the entire unit.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so the other contender that we got. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was going to say it also will depend, I think, on the board, if and the map that they get paired into will matter in that matchup too. So
yes.
Well, so we got Aiden.
So this man.
Let's quickly go over the list.
Okay.
So he's playing Coven.
Yeah.
Thousand Suns. Right. We've got ourselves Sorcerer on Disc, 2 Infernal Masters, both of them, one of them with the Crystal, one of them with Vortex. Then we've got another Infernal Master. Then we've got Magnus the Red. He likes Magnus. He loves Magnus. And then we've got Rubrics. Did I say Rubrics? We got Rubrics. Lots of Rubrics. 1 Rhino. So I don't know how many Rubrics can you. It's like a clown car. How many Rubrics can you fit into Rhino?
You can fit 2 units and 2 sorcerers.
The worst thing that ever happened to that Rhino is they gave that thing Fire and Deck 2. They just have both. I know the 2 units with the sorcerers are probably going to be in there sticking their guns out, doing drive-bys.
It's amazing they can fit in there. They must lay flat.
What do you call it? A unit of 2 Chaos Spawn.
Great unit.
Forge Fiend with all the ectoplasma. And 2 mutal vortex beasts.
Yeah, those suck.
Yeah, and I love the fact that when you push, they get an extra +1. It doesn't work with Magnus though. Magnus can't get the +3. A big well, no. Yeah, it's 80 points. I thought, oh, did I only put 3? No, that is 6. They're damn cheap.
So one minor correction. They're the bow goats, not the spear ones, which are worse, as in scarier.
Same points, right?
Yes.
War gear options. Did I just not do it?
It is a separate data sheet. It should be.
Oh, it is
Oh.
it? I just saw enlighten and then hit the button.
Yeah, it is a whole separate data sheet.
Is it the
Yeah,
same
it's-
points, or did I
well, you
mess
got-
that up?
It's the same points.
That's just-
Okay,
They
so I don't
should
put
not
that
be.
down. They should not be.
Fate
I-
caster, great bow. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's a different one.
And then we got so that ignore that part, guys. I had to put these all in, and I don't
Okay.
play those armies. And then just a unit of 10 Zangors, I'm assuming, to stand on his home objective. Or
They can do a whole lot.
do
Yeah.
these things infiltrate? Because
They
like
up-
everything else does.
They up down.
That'd be Downy.
Oh, sorry. All right. Uppy downy, eh?
Yep.
Free uppy. Oh, free
And they
uppy
scout.
downy.
Yeah.
And they scout.
Oh, Scout 6. Oh, yeah, that's good too. Scout
Yep.
6 is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking? What's the archetype? What's he
Die.
doing with this?
Murder.
Murder.
So the Exalted Sorcerer on disc, if he attaches to the bow goats, will have 18-inch loan up. Its enhancement lets you use Doombolt even if you've already done Doombolt. So you can Doombolt twice, and this guy has loan up while doing it. You've got the one guy with the crystal, so he can up down in Aiden's
What
turn.
gives him the loan up? Just joining the goats?
The Exalted Sorcerer on disc, one of his data sheet abilities is while leading a unit, they cannot be targeted from outside of 18 inches.
Oh
So,
god, that's so good.
The scary part as well is it also has a really good flamer that after he's shot, you can reduce movement of a unit.
Yeah.
If you go to the flamer characteristic, this man is just running so many flamers. Actually, no. Only 2 units of his rubrics have flamers. The other 2 have bolters. But he's got a lot of good psychic flamers that love getting dev wounds.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And don't forget, like, he's casting spells like crazy.
Mhm.
He has the ability to push to +2 AP if he can.
Mhm.
He can move flat 6 if he hits the big number, and then he can just turn Oath on basically somewhere on the board. It's very rarely is it only reroll once. It's usually reroll a hit rolls.
And the other thing too is like when you get close to try to deal with them, the vortex beasts are putting out mortal wounds just being near them. So
Yeah, just moving, and it doesn't require line of sight or anything, I believe.
Yeah.
They just move and then they do it.
yeah,
Is it at the end? It's at the end of the movement phase, or is it as soon as they finish moving? I can't remember.
I believe it's end of the movement phase, but it is an aura, so you can't get tapped by multiple of them.
And then he's got himself 3 Infernal Masters, right?
Yeah, they give the unit they're attached to sustained, which is great for the bolters. They have a really good flamer that they can overcharge for even more flamer shots at 18 inches, so they're great on Overwatch.
you know, I love that model except for the right hand. I have no idea what he's trying to do.
Magic, obviously.
It's just like upside down, and I'm just gonna
It
stick
is,
my hand.
and it's in an awkward position, isn't it?
Yeah.
You just finished doing a summoning circle, that's all.
Yeah, flamer. 18 inches, 2d6, strength 6, neg 2, 1.
Or it's
Yeah.
strength 7, damage 2 with the enhancement.
Does he have enough flamers to deal with Stu's meat army?
I don't know. That's the one army where it may be difficult. He would definitely rely on the one with the crystal to try and like pop up and deal with one of the bricks with 3 flamers in the character. But maybe Magnus could help. This man rolls too many 4s for Magnus, and he's playing the detachment that gives him a 0 damage versus a attack strat. Versus the Benefictuses, he can have a 4 Philopane against psychic attacks and give them hazardous, so they might just die. And then if he really wants to invest, I don't know if they do it too much, but 2 command points can give Magnus full reroll hits and wound rolls for psychic attacks during the shooting phase and have 9 inches extra range. So
No, the only thing is Magnus is, even though in this one he has the blank, he is easier to kill now.
True.
So easier, slightly. He still kills, but he's not like what the Magnus that haunts my
Well,
dreams,
before.
where he come out, kill the world, disappear behind, double move back behind a wall, and be saved. If he brings him out, he's out. So
Yes.
he's got to be a lot more careful with him.
Yes, especially since the damage 0. you have to fail a saving roll. So any devastating wounds will just cut straight through to Magnus.
And rubrics are just great. They just punish
Oh.
you for playing Warhammer.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he didn't bring any of the standard sorcerers that have sustained 3 and give lethal hits. Those things do a lot of damage.
What's the other item that he has on? I know he has the crystal. Is the vortex the really good thing?
Yes, that's the +1 strength and damage. So that one
is equipped by the
could
bear.
rip like half of a night off, no problem.
Okay.
All right. So
Yeah.
we're going on to my boy Carson.
Oh, we're no. Before we move
Oh,
on
no.
to Carson, we're gonna
Oh,
go
right,
over.
yeah,
We're gonna go over your guys' list because you guys are coming, and we were short on a contenders, and so we had to use a couple scrubs to fill in the contender area.
There you
Who
go.
wants to go over their list first? Mike,
Danny can go.
I guess. No, okay, Danny. Okay, I happen to have Danny loaded up. Okay, so kind of contenders. This is what we'll call this segment.
I
Right?
do think this person has a solid chance of being a contender, or at least my list. No. It depends. If I get the right matchups, I'm gonna have a good time.
There's no pretty pictures for me to show people of the Atropos because
No.
W doesn't believe he exists.
They've never painted a model and put them on display, apparently.
Yeah, it's like just that. That's all we get.
Yeah, just night shields.
So-
It's really simple. Canis
Yep.
Rex, 3
Yep.
Atrapos, 1 has
Yep.
Mysterious Guardian for up down, 3 Halverns, Callous Assassin. I'm here to kill you and just shove a bunch of models in your face and ask if you can do 160 wounds in a comfortable amount of time. Plus Field of Pains.
Is Canis never ever been not an auto include in this edition?
God, yeah. This edition, very beginning, he was good, but I think not he's
I
pretty
just see
decent.
so many Canises. It's
He's just an auto include right now.
Yeah, it's just that like the main thing that really shifted it, that made people like jump at him, was that last edition he was horrendously bad. Like he was okay at best, but didn't really work.
He's a bit of a lotto machine, right? Because if you don't roll the sustains and you roll bad on your d6, like on your shots, he can do very little. But yeah, so like so if you roll your d6, you average like 3, 4, you might hit 1, maybe 2 sustains on that, and then but if you spike, all of a sudden his damage output just goes crazy through the roof.
Are you telling me he doesn't spike? I've only seen him spike.
I have had him not spike on me before.
I don't think Sam had him spike in the game with Brent.
Sam was dead.
Yes,
he can't spike if you're dead. Sam was very dead, very quick.
Yes.
She didn't make any 9s. That's the story. If you guys want to watch that, it's our BFT versus MTT series. That
night on night crime.
At the same time as WTC, it completely tanked the channel. We won't be doing that again.
I know when we had, I think their last in-house RTT, I played against Jake, and he was playing GSC for that game. And I think 2 turns in a row, Canis shot his like high volume 2d6 shots with sustained at a unit that didn't get blasting against, and it was 22 and 23 hits on 2d6 shots.
It can be crazy.
It can be nuts.
Yeah.
So tell me, why are there 3 Atropos, and why was I looking at the Chaos Atropos so side-eyed for my demon army?
So here's the thing. Atropos outside of Lords of Dread is okay for Chaos. The reason he becomes so dumb for Imperial Knights is because 6 of Feeling of Pain means that you need to do over 33 to 34 damage to kill one.
Is it the magic there that 5+ involve in both shooting and combat? That's a magical number.
Plus the free reroll hit and wound roll works great for its guns. If you look at his guns, there's 4 profiles for 2 guns, and one of those guns also has 2 melee profiles. If you look at that high intensity, 14 minus 3, 4. Do you want to know what really doesn't like that profile? T7 Death Shroud with 4 wounds each.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to know what's even better? That's a D6 shotgun that doesn't have blast. You could shoot that in melee.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The other one is a random shot las cannon that you can overcharge for dev wounds. That is also strength 16.
Neg 4, D6 plus 1.
Which is silly.
And that one's blast, so...
That's not too bad.
And if I remember correctly, not a chump in combat.
And then you look at the melee. One of the profiles is, again, strength 14 minus 3, 4. Interesting. It's almost like that's a really good profile.
Yeah.
And at 6 attacks with sustained hits, the amount of times I've rolled for 6 attacks and gotten 7 or 8 hits is not okay. And it still has, if you need, against guardsmen, or in this case, hopefully, Gene Stealer cults, you can get a lot of attacks still in melee.
Did you? You know what? I'm starting to look at this, and I'm like, did you tailor this to play Jesse?
No, this is okay. So
Anti dash shroud, and then you've got the Helverins with the anti fly.
yeah,
If they're what is it? If they're in their deployment zone,
or on
Yeah.
an objective
On
I
objective.
control.
yeah. So that's for the light drones.
Mhm.
Yeah, the AP one, but then you have access to Squire's Beauty. And then you got yourself a Calibus Assassin. I think you're not really planning on scoring so much as is killing everything.
So do you want to know what's even worse? If I do run into another night player, I'm probably not gonna. They're not gonna have a fun time because the
Because of
Atrapos
yeah.
+1 hit versus vehicles and monsters and +1 wound versus Titanic. So they're all wounding on 2s. And then their Bondsman buff gives an armor growth full reroll hit rolls and wound rolls versus Titanic. So if
Oh
you
my
are
God.
playing knights, those armor growths are rerolling everything. The Atrapos
Okay,
are doing 2s and 2s.
All of a sudden, I like your chances, Danny.
Depends. If I
depends on
I
the-
run into Stu, I don't think I'm going to have the best time.
No, I don't think you have the volume to deal with Stu.
No. If I was playing Chaos Knights, it would, but I'm not.
So
I'm
you
playing
need
Imperial Knights.
Jesse to take care of Stu.
Yep.
Then you take care of Jesse. It's Warhammer math.
Exactly.
Yep.
So we got the last of our pretender contender is Mike, and Mike might as well have Mike go over his list since Mike's right here.
Yeah.
Mike, I was super disappointed. This is not Firestorm.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm going to be participating in a team event coming up, so I
Giving up
need to
on Marines already.
I need to get some reps in with my Custodes, because Custodes is my fallback there on the team. So basically, it's a pretty straightforward list. This is just going to try and kill you. We've got 3 blade champs with 2 enhancements. The second enhancement or the superior creation is you basically get back up when you die. So that's super fun when you're just trying to ram a blade champ down your throat, and then he basically gets back up and keeps going. The other one was I literally had 25 extra points I could not really do much with, so I put I'm not even Prosadius, I think is the way you pronounce it. Basically, the bear, once he detaches from his squad, he'll get lone op and stealth.
Yeah, I was wondering when I saw that. I was like, "Are you planning on running him solo?" Or is
no,
this
I've thought about it, but the reason why I literally just had that extra 25 points, and those are the only enhancements that you can put on blade champs in this detachment.
Yes,
So,
I noticed that. Yeah, there's only you only have the 2 options, right?
yeah, I would love Adamantis, but there's no way they're going to get that onto a blade champ, because that would be ridiculous.
No.
Yeah.
So
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 that's
basically,
why I'm running the 3.
that item is basically like a parachute for a blade champ.
Yes.
That the unit is destroyed, but you can't target me now in your next shooting phase or whatever.
Yeah, and there are times when my blade champs have literally gone Super Saiyan in the channel and just like pick up an entire squad of something by themselves, and then they're holding a flank, and this just makes them now way harder to remove. So 2 units of guardians, one with a shield and banner just for more OC. The other one's just spears. That's just going to be a missile. Typically, I run that with the blade champ that gets back up, because I can just launch that missile and then they die and the blade champ keeps going. 2 custodian or Alaris terminators. I've been testing them out now because obviously I can split them and then I can pick them up and then they can come back down.
Oh, I
So
guess
they
we
can-
should have said your detachment is released to Lions.
Yeah. So Lions of the Emperor.
Oh, sorry, Lions. Yeah, Lions of the
It's in
Emperor.
my hat. And then I got my 2 tanks, which I can never really lose. They just are going to help me
You got
out
2
with
of them.
knights. Yep.
They're like crutches.
Exactly, they are. Lethals into vehicles and monsters. They've got twin linked. They are very, very good into other things. And then 2 units of wardens. So obviously I'm running 2 blade champs with the wardens. For basically that go turn, or sorry, after the go turn when I got to stand on something and actually live. That's what they're good for. And then I've just got some sisters just to fill in some roles, just to either score some points or stand an objective. Yeah, it's a pretty straightforward list. I've run this a bunch. I've actually was going to run Talons, and then I decided now I'm going to go Lions because that +1 to wound is just so very, very
There's a
nice.
lot of high toughness
Yeah.
floating around, and that's going to be good into Death Guard too.
Yeah.
Prosecutors, just some trash with what you had left with your list.
Yeah.
And some Witch
And
Seekers, they are the infiltrate
scout.
or scout.
They scout and they have flamers. They did lose a little bit of flair. That was sort of a misnomer between the book and the app, was where if they shoot the flamers, they lost the battle shock on the Overwatch. So now it's only
Oh, they fixed that.
Sucks. I know it sucks.
So that's called they fixed the glitch.
No.
Yeah,
They
it's
fixed
almost
it the wrong
like
way.
there was a leftover from the index that they finally made to match the codex.
So then that means literally from the index to the book, they nerfed every single unit except for the Terminator captain. Actually, did not get nerfed.
Good.
even Valerian, who has run, I think, a total of like less than 1% of every list, still got nerfed. That's how bad we took the hit for winning Tacoma that first year. So
gotta suffer.
Wow. And now we're gonna go into what do we call it? Our dark horses.
Yes.
Our underdog. Sleeper list to watch here, guys. These are fun lists. We're gonna start off with Lucas. And we'll go over his list. Now it's guard, and I've never built a guard list before, and I'm trying to take the BC. Oh my god. How the hell? That is pain. They need to be cleaned up.
Do you want me just to like rattle through roughly what each unit is for you there, Chris? So you don't have to read out everything.
I put the units in and I made sure the tanks were right. But boy, you can go over, like, this is a little bit of a meat mountain too. So not quite GSC meat mountain, but
so you've got Canadian Command Squad, and then the next unit here we have Gaunt's Ghosts, and then you have 2 Militarum Tempestuous Command Squads. And then you have a Rogel Dorn. Then you have Ursula Creed.
Now the Rogel Dorn, he does switch out the weapons on, so I made sure that was right.
Yes.
It's got the oppressor cannon, the pulverizer cannon, and then 2 Melta and 2 multi-Melta.
To summarize all 3 command squads, all of them have a meta pack, so they can revive models. One of the Tempestuous command squads has the Shroud Projector, which will deny Overwatch when they are set up. And the other one has the Advanced Augury, which lets him redeploy up to 3 units, which also lets him throw him to Strategic Reserve. So if he wants, he can just null deploy.
We got Ursula Creed instead of the guy, the man on the horse.
Yeah, which she's a little interesting. When she's attached to a unit, they can take 2 orders instead of 1. And also she can pick a unit within 12, like Gilliman, and reduce the cost of a strat by 1. So a lot of CP savings there.
Yeah, and the double orders is nice.
Exactly. And then on to all the wonderful battle line. He's got Cadian shock troops. He's got Catachan jungle fighters. He's got 2 bricks of 10 Tempestus Scions, and then 2 5-man units of Tempestus Scions. So he's got 30 Scions here. Pretty interesting unit. They get innate reroll wound rolls of 1, or reroll all wound rolls if you're on the objective. He also does have them with Vox casters, so especially the 10-man units have that at least. So he can.
Yeah, the 10-mans do, but the 5-mans don't, or the 5-mans don't.
Yeah, so that those big 10-man units, he can recycle command points when he uses a strat of them
on a 5+. Yeah,
pretty good. I think it goes to a 4-up if there's a officer in the unit. You can just double check into war gear abilities.
War gear abilities.
Yes, there we go.
Add 1 to the result.
So on a 4-up, saving a CP on top of reducing the costs, he's going to have a lot of command points to play with. So we'll have those attached with the command squads, and then not battle line. He's got a artillery team with a heavy mortar. Tillin Rough Riders, a big 10-man unit. a little tiny Cyclops demolition vehicle. Love those things. They're
Mhm.
adorable and small. 2 Krieg combat engineer
Okay,
units.
I have to look. Does it have OC? Good.
No.
Yes,
I was like,
does not.
oh, yeah, thank God.
The Krieg combat engineers are interesting because they have scout and they have a meltamine they can throw out. So turn 1, they could just sprint across the board. Scout 6, move 9 with move with an advance. So in theory, they can go up to 21, and then they could pick something within 3, I believe, and throw a meltamine at them for 2d3 mortal wounds.
Or is it a war
It is a
gear?
war
It's a war
gear.
gear.
It is a war
It
gear.
is. It is a war gear.
War gear abilities. Oh, sorry, remote mine. It's a 9-inch range, so you have a 30-inch threat range with that turn 1 if you want.
With the move. Yeah.
Yes, which is very good.
Nice.
So he could just run up to a knight and throw 43 mortal wounds. They're a fun little unit for 70 points. And then he's got a Vanquisher, likely to pair with his Rugaldor tank commander, just for some long-range anti-knight shooting. I know he's got 2 plasma cannons, a las cannon, and the Vanquisher battle cannon.
What is the Vanquisher battle cannon?
It is a railgun, essentially. It's a single shot, but it has a whole lot of damage.
Where is it? Get down here. Vanquisher.
There.
Oh, 1 shot hits on a 4. Well, we'll probably be ordered to hit better.
3.
Strength 18, neg 4, d6 plus 6.
Yes,
Mhm.
it is a railgun.
We should say the detachment, actually. It's
yes,
Bridgehead, right?
which we haven't seen in a while. That one does give reroll hit rolls of 1 to infantry. But I also know that it gives the Tempest Scions +1 to hit when they set up, and also +1 OC when they're not battle shocked. So he can have Scions drop down, hit on 2s, give them first rank fire, second rank fire, so they have 3 shots per hotshot lasgun. Then he can crank them up to, I think, strength 4 AP3.
Oh, they got a little bit of transport play too.
Yep.
Transfers for the +1 to hit with Fire Zone Purge.
Exactly. So, although he's not running any transports,
I don't
it does.
believe so.
He's no transports to this list, but the brick of 10 Scions with the command squads will be having a lot of shooting, and then he still has 2 10-man units of Aquilons.
Yeah.
And those little sentry flamers, when they pop down, are really funny because they automatically shoot in the reinforcement step. So if he wants to try and chip away at, let's say he runs into Stew, he can shoot without triggering that go back up strat. They themselves have lots of fun little shooting. They're great for they're screening off, doing some chip damage here or there, or getting you secondaries. So this list has a lot of bodies in it.
A lot of bodies. What do you call it? So good into knights. Yes, no.
Maybe it's if the knight player stands on objectives, yes, because everything's going to reroll wound rolls. If not, it's going to be an interesting game. I do think he's got some really good tools between the Rogaldorn Commander and the Vanquisher, as well as a little things like the Krieg Combat Engineers. But I think it's a little better prep for Death Guard than Knights.
How about how does it play into our number 1, like the guy we think has the best chance currently, which is Stu? How does it play into the GSC?
Interesting. It has a lot of volume shooting. I think the 10-man Tempest Scion brick with the command squad, because it'll have hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s, sustain hits with a whole lot of shooting. It might be able to just pick up a brick of 20 neophytes in one go, which will be important. He's also got the indirect from that heavy mortar, which will help from there. And then just as a melee piece, he's got those 10
Rough Riders.
Yes, which are kind of scary for melee, actually.
Yeah, they can reach out and touch you.
Yes, and they have
They
decent
die,
damage
though.
melee. They do just vanish.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so that's now Mike picked Carson, and he's playing. Carson's finally gone back to his true love.
Yes.
He's gone back to Zeech, proper Zeech.
Yes. Yeah. And
Other
so
than he chickened out and he took Be'lakor.
So I played against this list against him, and
Oh, we
it's
should
annoying.
attachment here. It's the you say the name.
Scintillating.
There you go.
Yeah,
I can't
there
say
it is.
that.
Scintillating
Legion.
Legion.
I
The
know.
actual Zeech detachment.
Yeah. So there's a lot of weird shit in this detachment. So basically, he can see through other models, so his big birds can target you through other
Here, let's
models, so
go
they don't
down.
have to be
Let's go, hold
exposed.
on.
Yeah.
Let's go over what the most important part is if you haven't
Yes.
played against this. It
Yes.
is the army
There
rule.
we go.
Yeah,
Fates
and that
of
is
Flux.
quite an army rule. Yeah, so you basically get tokens, you get flux tokens, and you start trading them back and forth. And they are good for re-rolls and advance rolls, hit rolls, saving rolls. Not everything that a re-roll command or CP will do, but mostly everything. And then you just start trading back and forth, and they get wild.
Sorry, this is just the detachment rule.
Yes, yeah, that's just the detachment rule. And then you start stacking all the other shenanigans that you can do, like I was saying, shooting through other units, and you can do, what's in the army role there, or the
Shadows.
The
Shadow.
shadows. Shadows. It's it's toned down because it
It
doesn't
is
have
toned
6-inch deep strike, right?
Yes,
Sure,
But
yeah.
it's
but
basically battle shock shenanigans and
Yes,
healing, right?
and then
Whoa.
so Bellicor gives you that lone op, 18 inches. He also, I think is it still also -1 to shoot when you're inside that aura? I
No,
can't
no, no.
remember.
It's just
No.
he gives you lone op 18. He has stealth himself, and then he
Yes.
gets to pick between one of three, basically aura abilities. What one of them is the
Yeah.
18-inch lone op. The other one is reroll. It's shadow form abilities.
Yeah.
One of them is he can make force people that are below starting strength to take
Mhm.
battle shock. And then
Mhm.
likely you will be in his aura. And then if you
Yes.
fail, he heals. And then guess what? If you were within if you failed a battle shock, so he's gonna heal again.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yep.
sorry.
So
Sorry, you're gonna take wounds. Sorry, is what I was gonna
mhm.
say. Right?
Yes, and then he's got a demon prince with wings, so fast. He's got the enhancement for the Neverblade. I'm not sure what that is.
That is
It gives him more. It's not really meant to go on the demon prince. I think it was really designed to go on a big bird.
Yeah,
But
he probably has points left over. So, but he has the inescapable eye on the Flux Master, and then
oh, now we got
Infernal
to talk about
Puppeteer.
the inescapable eye
Yeah, so
because the
up in there.
inescapable eye is um the one that allows if you have at the end of your opponent's turn, if they have a flux token, he gets a flux token. So
Yes.
you can't even save the flux tokens because how the flux tokens work is that he generates them when he spends them, he gives them to his opponent, right? So you
Mhm.
think as the opponent, you go, okay, well, you know what I'm not going to do? Screw you. I'm just not going to spend the flux tokens to drain your flux tokens because a lot of his stratagems will trigger off his flux tokens. They get better, right? So this item allows him I believe it's this one, yeah.
Mhm.
It's the one that allows him to no matter what happens, he's gonna continuously be
Yeah,
generating 2 flux, 2 flux, 2 flux,
yeah,
right?
yeah. And then the Infernal Puppeteer. I'm not sure what that one does on the Lord of
Oh,
Change.
that's the one you were talking about.
that's the shoot through a nearby unit.
Oh, and
Yes,
it is so good, and
deadly.
it's only
Yeah,
10 points. Let's
yeah.
take a look at this beautiful, beautiful thing. Okay, so just as a gist, guys, I play demons, so I'm just gonna explain this one real quick. So,
Uh,
he's hiding behind a wall. He looks at a unit of pink horrors that are within 9. Then he picks one model that's in the unit that was within 9. That model
mhm.
can be very far away from him. And then he draws line of sight from that model instead.
And range, I believe.
And range. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
So basically he can shoot around corners. He's like John Wick. Uh
yeah. And it's only 10 points. Yes, Patrick, only
Patrick
10 points.
points.
Yeah.
so is Patrick triggered?
Yes. Yeah. There's 4 or 5 question marks on there. So,
Yeah,
um,
it's only 10 points to shoot around corners and not be shot back. It
yeah.
is now you know the only reason why people aren't talking about this is because it's in this detachment.
Yes.
This would
Yeah.
be insane anywhere else.
So that Neverblade, it's +2 strength, +1 attack, +1 AP, and
Mm.
+1 to hit for the Demon Prince.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
yeah.
the plus one to hit that was kind of like,
it helps against -1 to hit. So he is going to have on once per battle, he's going to have 10 swings at 2's strength 10, AP 3, damage 3 that can have
Mhm.
lethal hits or sustained hits. So
Yeah.
it's a fun little beat stick.
yeah.
Yeah. So the way I look at this list is he's got 4 tough
Oh, well,
things to
let's
deal
get
with.
through the list all the way
Yeah.
through the bottom,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We got
So-
Lord Change, Decarios.
Yeah, and then you got the horrors, and these things are freaking annoying because they split and split and split, and if you cannot wipe them out in one go, they basically just multiply. So annoying to deal with.
Blue horrors are smaller versions, but they have infiltrate.
Yes,
Yes.
they do. A
Yeah.
10-man infiltrate brick
Yep.
is
Yeah.
really annoying to deal with.
Yeah.
They almost have the same footprint as 6 Nurglings.
Mhm.
Yeah. And then
Burning Chariot.
yep, with flamers. They're not as good as they were in 9th, but they're still damn annoying. But they're there to score points and to shield and to do different things. If you're trying to deep strike, they are flamers. And then he's got the screamers. And these things are annoying because they're very, very fast. They fly over you to cause mortal wounds. And then on top of that, if he wants to, I believe he can see through them as well to
Yes.
shoot, right? So they can be stretched out. So it's a very annoying list because it's got a lot of stuff that he can jam in front of you, and then he could just hide all his big boys and shoot around things, and he gets his lone op 18, and you really have to get in his face, and you have to hit him hard and fast. So
The name of this game when you're playing Carson is he does not. You're never going to see Carios or the Lord Change.
Yeah,
the Lord Change is going to be shooting all his stuff through pink horrors or blue horrors or whatever hell there is while he's hiding behind the wall. And then Mr. Carios Fate Weaver, he also has indirect. So he doesn't need to come out either. And he has a wonderful ability that he passes a leadership test at the end of his command phase, and he gains a CP. And he's leadership 6.
Yep.
So gaining CP
75% of the time.
Yep, 75% of the time getting an extra CP, which this detachment is CP hungry. It has one of the best uppy downy stratagems that you can get your hands on. It allows you to pull out of combat.
Yeah, so he can just decide to leave combat whenever he wants, and then he's got good shooting. He's got chaff for points. He's got it's a very, very interesting list to play against. Now, there's obviously like lists that will just wipe him off the board. But if he plays cagey enough, I just love the list. So I wanted to mention it. It was just it's true.
It's a fun list.
It's true Zinch.
And Carson's a good player on Team Married with Children.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I should have. Yeah. And what do you call it? I'm gonna throw up an ad here. We got a little bit in without me putting it up.
I make a call out first.
We got one more list to do, and we'll do a call out. I know what you're doing.
Yes.
Just gonna do. So Wet Coast GT Dan Miner finally got me a graphic. January 24th and 25th, the biggest tournament in the Pacific Northwest that is not Tacoma. Buy your tickets. It's only going to be $40K, and it has moved. It is now at the Grand Villa Casino Hotel. If you know anything about the Lower Mainland, that's right off the #1 highway in Burnaby, BC. That is as close as and it's a beautiful venue. The entire one wall that faces the mountains is completely glass. It's just you just feel classy playing there. It has 178 spots. He does not have it on here. I guarantee you that's a golden ticket event. I'd be surprised. I'm surprised he didn't put it on there. It's not the best at advertising. And while we're here, we're going to shout out the Voidfire Tactics guys. They have a tournament November 8th to 9th of 2025. It's being held in Mission, BC. QR code on the screen will link you to the BCP page, and he's going to have an early bird special at MTT event this weekend, where I think he's giving $5 off. And I think if you pay cash, there might even be a little bit more he can do for you. First place goes to Wet Coast. And that's Lucas, who we just went over his list. He was the previous winner of the MTT GT, and it's 2 weeks before ours. So I would consider this a primer for the MTT GT if you can swing going to both. But we're gonna be out there because I know me, Shane, Darren, and Dan Miner will probably definitely be heading out there because it's nice. Yeah, it's. Are you gonna be able to do both, Danny?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, man. I thought you had a fiance. I didn't know you could do 2 GTs and that's not possible. Now I don't believe she's alive. We need proof of life.
I need to suck up big time to get the husband points to try and make this one. But I don't know if it's going to be doable. But we're going to try. So
I guess fiance points is easier to
easier.
easier to get. It's husband points that are harder, way
Yeah.
harder. It's a totally different game. You're still in the little leagues, buddy. Wait till you get up into the marriage leagues. It's those points are
Ooh.
hard to score.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
we got one more. Did you want to give a shout out there, Danny? That you were
There-
just saying there.
There was a list name I just want to read out. Very creative one written by Nicholas James. Man loves to make his jokes and have some really good creative talent. I know he's part of the social media for Art of War 40K.
Art of War. Yeah.
But he wrote a really fun little parody of a poem that feels very fitting, and makes me wonder if he had some insider knowledge when he submitted this list. I met a player from an antique land who said, 2 vast and trunkless legs of metal stand in the desert. Near them, on the objective, half sunk, a shattered visage lies, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its player well that met a chase, which yet survives, stamped on these jankless things. The freedom's hand that mocked them, the strats it fed. And on the data sheet these words appear. My name is Canis Rex, King of Kings. Look upon my wounds, ye mighty, and despair. Nothing mid-board remains. Round the decay of this colossal wreck, boundless and bare, the lone and level neoprene stretches far away.
Very nice.
Nicholas
Very
James.
nice. Yes.
An art.
Okay. Let's
I don't know.
go over the last list. This is another one that Mike picked.
Yeah.
This one was weird because when I was entering it, I kept trying to find what army he was, and apparently he's just Space Marine Astartes.
Well, he's playing Firestorm, and this is the reason why I called it out. Obviously, from my background, I'm not playing my Salamanders, but he is playing my other army that's dear to me. I just wanted to call it out because it was Firestorm. It's got some interesting choices in here, and yeah. So I mean, to start it off, he's got the captain. So he's also got the War Tempered Artifice, which I believe
+3
is
strength.
Oh, he's got that one on that. Okay. I thought he might have gone for it might have been for points. I thought he might have gone for the halving of the damage, or sorry, the reduction of damage, just because then that Gravis captain becomes really hard to remove. And then he's got the lieutenant with the champion of humanity. That is the no modifiers enhancement on the lieutenant, which is a must take. And then there is a Tech Marine in this list. So I have run my Salamanders list with Tech Marines before. They just sort of, they're really, really good with Redemptors or other tanks such as repulsors and stuff like that, just to give the +1 to hit. Funnily enough, this list could deal with the GSC list. It's got a lot of shooting. So the Tech Marine, heals, does all the goodies, and then the +1 to hit. Now, he's got 2 heavy intercessor squads. I've actually been looking at running these guys. I just don't have the models. I think I only have 5 right now. A lot of shots coming out of these, all strength 5, and has AP, and they have assault and I believe heavy, or I know they have heavy, but if you go to ranged, I can't remember if assault
Heavy,
and heavy.
Assault heavy, and then each one has heavy bolter that has sustained hits one.
Yeah. So it's they're surprisingly, they're T6, right? I mean, T6 still melts, but these guys can do some damage. They're all damage 2 shots, and then with the heavy bolter, right, you get a little bit more. So it's 2 squads of that. Then you've got an intercessor squad just for sticking objectives, and then you've got the impulsor. So the impulsor is going to help him get around probably the Hellblaster squad. Or no, I don't know if it can. No, it can't.
No, I don't think you can, right?
No. It'll be the Infernus squad. The Infernus squad will most likely be getting carted
What's
around
the transport
with that.
capacity?
It's
of
6,
it?
I believe. It's 6.
7
So,
apparently.
Yeah. So that will be like the Infernus squad. Infernus will probably be in that. Then he's got the aggressors, 6-man blob. So obviously the captain's going to be running with them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
because he's going to be windmill slamming the devastating wounds.
Absolutely.
Stratagem, right?
Yeah. So now if the captain reduces the CP, it's only 1 CP to get devs. And then you've got I like this assault
JPIs.
intercessors. Yeah, with the jump packs. They're just a nice scoring unit. They can get things. They can get to natural expansion fast. They do mortals, I believe, on the charge. Pretty good. Then
They
you've
do
got
ward
your
scores.
Yeah.
then you've got a small unit of eradicators, probably either going to be in the repulsor or the redeemer. You know, there's a nice little unit to pop out if somebody shoots your transport, they can use that strat to get out and shoot back. They re-roll everything into, you know, monsters and vehicles. Same with the Hellblasters. That squad popping out of a transport and shooting something back, and then overcharging, killing themselves, and getting them to shoot again is scary. So that is a decent unit to have as well. He's got 1 unit of Infernus Marines, I think, just to maybe hold the midboard, and just anything that's going to get close to him is going to get overwatched. He does have a Redeemer, true to my heart as a Salamander player, and he's got a Repulsor, and as well as a Repulsor Executioner. So he does have a ton of volume between those 3 transports, because the Executioner just puts out a tremendous amount of shots, and with the +1 strength within
12.
that's going to make a big difference on wounding. A lot of those shots go to strength 5 or strength 6 or strength 7, and then also the big gun goes up as well. So this thing is going to put out a tremendous amount of volume, and if he's running the Tech Marine with it, it's now hitting on 2s. So it is T12, like the repulsor and the redeemer. So that's also hard armor to get through. It does have a 3-up versus a 2-up, but it is still very hard to wound. So just wanted to call it out. I like the list. I thought I'd give it a little a little touch up there, and yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah. So there we go. So I guess we'll probably be interviewing the winner. I'm gonna have to grab Mike sometime, and we're gonna go over the definitely not Firestorm list that came out. God, I'm so disappointed in that.
I know.
I was like,
It's
you give up
it's
so much for fall back and shoot.
I know, and you can't do it on a vehicle.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's so many terms and conditions on some of the strats. Anyways,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
gonna go off the rails.
Yeah, whole other show.
We're gonna do another show about that. If you guys think of any detachments you would like us to go over or review, or any other shows you'd like us to do some talking head on, leave some suggestions in the comments or reach out to us on our Discord server. I'm looking forward to the event. I look forward to it every quarter. We do like we do the 4 a year. Um, I'm kind of curious to see how this one. It's a little bit of a murder. There's quite a few really good players. I don't know what it is about the Summer GT, but like that's the one
Yeah.
that everyone comes to, right? So yeah, even the wait list, we had crazy people on the wait list too. I mean, it ended up being too late for McWhirp to come across, but there wasn't even an opening. I think he had to turn down a ticket. Yeah, but any final words, guys, before we wrap up the show?
I'm looking forward to seeing people there.
Yep.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing everybody, and it'll be a good event.
Okay, well, I'm just going to shout out our YouTube members. Thanks for supporting the show. If you'd like to become a YouTube member, just hit the button on YouTube to join. It's $1.99 a month to buy us a coffee. Just say thank you for what we do here, and $4.99 a month for a mid-table supporter. One of these days, we're going to get our thing going that we can. I have an idea that I can that I was talking with Shane about using the 3D printer to put the names of the supporters up on the wall around the MTT logo. So we'll see if we can look into. I got to find a way that I can hang them, because I know people are going to buy for 1 month purposely to make me print their name, and then they're purposely going to cancel. So I have to take the name off the goddamn wall. So I gotta think about it. I'm not sure yet. But anyways, magnets. Oh, then I got magnetized the wall.
Sheet metal.
We'll see.
First world problems.
First world problems. A whole bunch of commander strips.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this one up. Thanks for watching. Oh, what do we got? And we'll see you on the next one. Probably see you on the post show, because we're definitely dark. We're definitely dark because we're gonna be running a tournament.